I lost my vision completely in the age of 24, and I had lost one eye when I was just 10 years old. I had many complications in the other eye because of the surgeries, side effects, and that's how I lost the complete vision in age of 24. Until then, I had already completed my graduation. I had done my diploma in administrative management. I was already working in our family business, that is Ascent Networks Private Limited, where I was handling around 200 dealer channel. But then suddenly, after losing vision, what to do? You cannot sit at home. And when doctor says, "Abhi kuch nahi ho sakta," so still kuch to ho sakta hai. So that's where came in that year. I came to know through my friend and that there are assistive technology available for visually impaired and which can make computers talk. And with that knowledge, I learned how to use computer. I was not aware what is start menu, what is programs, what is Microsoft Word, and how do you use Excel, nothing. But then with an assistive technology, I learned it myself. And when I wanted to learn it profoundly, I approached organizations here. So, but they said, sorry, हमको blind को सिखाना नहीं आता, हमने कभी सिखाया नहीं, so this is all new for us, and we don't know what to do, what not to do. So then my father said, ठीक है, you learn, and then if we can train one student also with computers and make a 0.0001 difference in their life, our life goal is made. And with that small vision, Voice Vision was born. When I came to know that there is assistive technology which helps a visually impaired to access computers, so slowly I learned that there is a mailing list group, a Yahoo group, that those days, I'm talking about 97, 98, 99. So those days there were Yahoo groups which was like managed by someone in Australia, which used to guide that how to do and what steps to follow. So they used to give like keystrokes, like for example any person would use Control C, Control V, Control X, the copy, paste, cut kind of a thing. So we visually impaired don't use mouse. We have everything has keystrokes. So I used to read those thousands of mails, daily, hundreds of mails daily, with whatever zero knowledge I had. And then with the software which I analyzed, with different softwares that which is speaking the most information, there came some training tutorials, cassettes those days. So I heard those cassettes, reading those mails and asking questions. I learned myself that okay, this is the way, you have to go to start menu, programs and Word, and then type letter, how to format, what do you mean by font, what is formatting, what is bold, what is italic. Being a person who could see, I could imagine what things were so told, but then how to do that, everything was new for me, because we didn't find anyone who could guide us more, train me more in computers, make me more proficient or knowledgeable about it. We approached various organizations, they said denied it. So then we thought, why not to start something? And actually it was like my family and me were also thinking that what next to do. I learned computers. I used to type letters for my father. I had taken up like the from my house. I had picked up our entire music system, the bigger music system those days, which used to come, and I used to connect it with a mic. My father used to dictate that the letter on it. I used to then transfer the cassette on a Walkman, listen to that, type it on Word and give it to him, and then used to guide me that this formatting is not right, that is not right, and that's how I learned it on a practical way. But then what next? So then to give back, my father always loved giving back to the society. He himself was a very good social worker. So we started this organization with a goal just to train one student. But then with God's blessing, we got lots of students who actually wanted to learn computers. But yes, when we told other organization working for blind and visually impaired that we are starting this kind of a computer training institute, why don't you share this information with people with around you, the beneficiaries around you. So everyone had a question that, Sushmita, are you mad? In India you're going to teach computers where blinds don't have money to eat food, they don't have any livelihood, and you want to train them with computers? Why don't you donate computer, why don't you donate this? That's kind of feedback I got, and I was very demotivated. I was shattered. My father, I was crying, and my father said, no, 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 don't worry, whatever happens happens for good, and we'll try, we can train one also, it's all okay. We are not hoping for thousands and numbers. That's how we started. Our mission is very small, that yes, we can create a world where any disability is mere inconvenience. Why a disability should be a stigma, a prejudice, or anything that makes me either like generally what happens, if you see a disabled or a person with disability, either is treated very high, that okay, you're so super, you're doing this, oh, you can eat food on your own, oh wow, that's so super, okay, you can walk on your own, oh wow, that's so super. And otherwise people will bring you to the lowest level, that okay, you can't do this, you are only on the recipient side, you only ask, you cannot help. So I believe treating a disabled at the equal level is the most important thing. Today Voice Vision is already 25-year-old, and as I told, we started off as a computer training institute for visually impaired. And when we started training visually impaired with computers, what we realized was that only imparting computer training is not enough. There's a lot more to do in this sector. So slowly and steadily, because I myself was new with the disability sector, I was also learning while I was training. So we found out that personality development is important, English skills are important, language skills to be very precise. Then we started programs called like knowledge sessions. So various topics we used to pick up, and we used to do a session, maybe you can see a seminar or a workshop or a knowledge session about them. So we have done such 50 such knowledge sessions. In that we started off like how important is for a visually impaired to use a white cane and walk with it. And we not only trained visually impaired themselves or blind themselves, but we also gave parents, their family members, a heads up that just if you hold a cane when you are blindfolded, how secure you feel with the cane, and without the cane how scared you are, that what the next step will lead to. So this kind of small mindset changes is what we have been doing till date. And what I have experienced myself also, when I went blind and I learned how to walk with white cane, even I was first reluctant myself to hold it. Then when I accepted it, it was my family who didn't want me to use the cane. So my father himself used to tell me always that, fold your cane and keep it in the bag, fold your cane and keep it in the bag. But then when he saw me using it and getting more of independence myself, then he started telling that, okay, take your cane, let's go. So that's how small mindset and acceptance, which generally family don't have, we dwelled on those kind of ideas, talking about legal rights of a visually impaired, how a visually impaired can do his or her financial planning, what are what do we mean by reader writer, how a person can avail reader writer, and what are the legal guidelines to avail for reader writer for students who are studying maybe in school, college, or whatever way. So this kind of thing. Then our few of our important or game changing kind of knowledge sessions were first aider training. We organized first aider training where 40 doctors came in to train 60 visually impaired people, holding hands, starting from how to tie a bandage to even giving CPR and using the AED machine and everything. So that was like highly accepted and appreciated workshop by everyone, not only in the disability sector but again in the non-disability sector. So we did that for first only for visually impaired, then we did it for only kids below 18 or 14 years, and then we did again for across disability people. While doing this knowledge sessions and all, what we realized was that yes, many students of ours and other visually impaired, they were getting educated, they were able to find suitable job for them. But then what about life and family, personal life? So when my parents were looking for me, they also found it very difficult because visually impaired women is not accepted that easily, and so that's what happened with me. People used to say that okay, you give money and house and job, whatever, then we are ready to marry your daughter, and that was not acceptable by my parents, neither me. So then similar questions came from my students also, that ma'am, whether we will get married or not. So then we thought, let's start a program which is enabling people to come and meet. Our goal was only to uh, facilitate a space which is inclusive, independent, sensitized, and in a very dignified manner. People with any disability can come, meet, interact, understand, know each other, and whomever they find interesting, then they can take it ahead. So with God's grace and with help of our sponsors, volunteers, we could manage to host 13 such events, and we do annually this event, and more than 25 marriages have happened to my knowledge. There would be many marriages which happened without my knowledge also. Other than matrimonial event, we have another project which is our flagship project, is Entrepreneurial Idea Award. We started before Modi ji could talk about entrepreneurship. We started in 2016. Our first event happened, but the conception started in 2015. It took 6 months for us to get that in place. So what we do is we invite persons with disability, whether they're in ideation stage, prototype or scaling, and we help them, we guide them, we align mentors, volunteers who can help them to understand that idea is feasible, practical or not, then prepare a B plan, a business plan or a business model, and even a pitch deck which they present in front of judges, and judges select top three ideas, or rather it's not about idea but top three entrepreneurs, and we some cash prize is awarded to them so that they can start or scale their business. And such 5 editions we have done, and we are very grateful to Somya College, JN College, who have been helping us to host this, even aligned with mentors and others. And that's how this event has also given a lot of different perception towards disabled people themselves and others also, that yes, even a disabled can be an entrepreneur, can start his or her own business. And what we say again, our tagline is that instead of being a job seeker, rather than being a job seeker, be a job creator.